Yo everyone, welcome to my Tsukihime A Piece of Blue Glass Moon playthrough. This is going to be the first episode, and I am actually back in college, so we're not going to be doing it as often as I would like. This game is currently longer. We are going to be doing the Arcueid route first. Other than that, pretty much ground rules. The chat down there is going to be subscribers only mode, just because I have a lot of spammers that like to pop in my chat. Even if I block them, they just appear to come back again. I did change the overlay a bit from my original Tsukihime playthrough because the aspect ratio is a bit different on the actual game itself, so things are a little bit out of proportion. I might update this overlay a bit more as time goes on. But anyway, we're going to start Tsukihime A Piece of Blue Glass Moon. I do partial voiceovers for a lot of the stuff. However, this has some voice stuff already. And anyway, we're gonna just also watch the intro movie thing, I guess. And that's going to just be for the sake of people who are just getting into Tsukihime. If you don't know what it is, this is pretty much where it starts, beyond the original, I guess. But yeah, definitely here to do the whole thing. We are waiting on a CL route to get translated, but Arcueid's route is completely finished, so I pretty much can speed my way through this or take my time with it, either one. But honestly, we're probably going to take our time with this because this is a pretty good game. And we're also playing Melty Blood on the side, if you guys are interested in that. So I know a little bit about what's going on just from playing Melty Blood a bit, and other than that, not too much. I might actually sprinkle in some of the Fate visual novel playthrough with this as well, but other than that, I think that's going to be about it for the intro to my Tsukihime Arcueid route playthrough. Let's watch the movie, and then I think we're going to be good. The audio should be fine as well, because we had a little bit of technical difficulties, and I got that also worked out though. Hey yo, what if I had never been born? What's interesting about this intro right here is that it's actually like different than how the original one starts, because this Blue Glass Moon kind of reveals a bit more than the original one did, which can be a good thing, can be a bad thing if you think about it. Wakaranai.
向こうから見知らぬ人がやってくる。凶器を手にしてやってくる。みんなをそうしたように僕もバラバラにしたいみたい。よくわからない。
わからない。I don't understand.
その人を見る。なすすべもなく凶器を待つ。けれどいよいよという時に誰かが僕の前にやってきて、僕は子供だからよくわからない。びしゃりと温かいものが顔にかかる。
Dude, I'm actually really excited for the music also in this. Because, I mean, I have listened to the soundtrack a bit, but I've not heard all of it. I've only heard, like, some of the highlight theme tracks. This voice sounds so much more ominous than I was expecting. Yeah, dude, like, technically he's like, this is when he still has, like, all of his memories and whatnot. Pretty crazy.
目に温かいヒーローが混ざってくる。眼球の奥に染み込んでくる。だけど全然気にならない。夜空にはただ一人きりの月がある。見知らぬ人は今度こそ僕をバラバラにしようとやってくる。
Yeah, it definitely is really ominous.
いつまでも青い影を見上げている。
He's like 7? Yeah, he is like 7.
どうして今まで気がつかなかったんだろう。ああ、今夜はこんなにも。何も見えない。世界がだんだん消えていく。その中でずっときれいに輝いてる。
Cool, cool, cool. Scenario writer Kinokunasu.
ああ、気がつかなかった。今夜はこんなにも月がきれい。
Full moon. Dude, I just love how the end of that, like, purposely, like, transitions into the title menu again. Like, it's actually just so good. Just little things like that, like, make this game such a good quality. But, yeah, we're gonna start a new game. Because, yeah, we missed this in the last one. Next thing I know, I find myself in a hospital bed. Curtains are swaying, fluttering about. Dude, they even have like curtain noises. That's actually pretty good. Cool breeze blows through the open window. Can't help but squint at the Ryotis colors. Where am I? What day is it? What's going on? My mind can't keep up. I go to push myself upright, but as soon as I start to put any weight on my hands, a spasm runs through my body. Knocks the wind right out of me, leaving me gasping for air, like a fish out of water. This feeling must be what people mean when they say they're seeing stars. As soon as I'd press my hands against the firm bed, a searing pain had cut deep into me. Without moving from where I lay, I draw a deep breath and take a stock of my body. My hands are covered in bandages. My left leg is encased in a white plaster cast. I can feel something light across my forehead, so no doubt my head is wrapped in gauze too. A large, thick adhesive bandage is affixed to my chest, as if to cover up anything unsightly. There's a single tube inserted into my left arm. I somehow understand that it is an IV drip. I guess that's because I'd been vaguely aware of my surroundings even before I woke up. The room that had reeked of medicine and been much darker than this one. Countless tubes that had protruded from the bandage on my chest. The scary adult in the suit who had paid me a visit. My sister who had come to pay me a visit even though that adult told her not to. The doctor had possessed a childlike exuberance. I remember it was all as though it were a dream. I hear an unfamiliar girl's voice. I can't even muster the strength to answer her. Panicking, the girl darts out from the room to call for a doctor. I get that she's in a rush, but you're not supposed to run in hospitals. Dude, like Shiki's like whole mindset, he's just like, I get this, but that's not how it's supposed to be. That's not what that, yeah. Dude, just Shiki just how his psychology is like so wacky, like completely. I'm able to lift myself up, turn my head to look out through the window. My eyeballs throb as though they were about to split in two. My brain feels like it's been scrambled with a knife. Truly, an unbelievably blue sky. More than the white rays of sunlight, it's that harshness of the unblemished blue that pains my eyes. Also, real quick, I am going to see if I can get the instant true fade out. Fast forward. I'm trying to see if there's like a, I don't think there's like a background opacity thing. Yeah, there's not. That's a little sad. I was gonna see if like I could reduce the, cause like see right now it has this little thing right here. I think that's the back thing. But if I do that, it closes the thing. But yeah, you see how there's like that? I would honestly kind of rather it not be that, like that, or at least it be like darkening the whole screen kind of, but I guess we're gonna have to deal with that, and it's fine how it is. A few days later, for a while after I woke up, I couldn't move from my bed. Dude, also, like, there's so many just background panels, it's really good. Looking up, I can see the sky outside, lofty as ever. Curtains flutter and sway. Dry breeze strokes my cheek. Stainless immaculate blue makes my head spin. Where am I? What day is it? Why am I in the hospital? It's coming back to me bit by bit. All except one thing. I continue to stare out the window, unable to shake off the feeling that I have forgotten something very important. Some tearful promise that had been made. That's the chosen style. Fate also uses the darkened text box. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. I kind of like how the original works, where it's just over the backgrounds. But I guess like there's a bit more they have to work with these. It's nice to meet you, Tonoshiki-kun. Congratulations on your recovery. Oh yeah, I guess he read that. I'm not reading dialogue. I have to keep telling myself that, you know. Saying these words, an old man whom I had never seen before reaches out for a handshake. His kind smile and gentle tone give me the impression of a fine adult. I'm sure he's someone who can swap between a smile and a straight face at the flick of a switch. His white clothes look austere and spotlessly clean. They suit him perfectly.
四季君、先生の言っていることがわかるかい？
いえ。僕はどうして病院にいるんですか？
覚えていないんだね。君は道を歩いているとき、自動車の交通事故に巻き込まれたんだ。胸にガラスの破片が刺さってね、とても助かるような傷じゃなかったんだよ。
Smiling, the old man in the white says something very unbefitting of a doctor. It was unlikely that you would pull through. Those words, the nausea that I had been holding back begins to overflow.
眠いです。眠っていいですか？
ああ、そうしなさい。
Yeah, like with the backgrounds, yeah, like that I can definitely see how that text would just kind of look a little bit too faded into the background, especially because there's gonna be more like white colors, that kind of stuff, versus the original where it's like most of it is kind of like with like kind of faded backgrounds or darkened backgrounds, kind of. So yeah, I can definitely see that.
今は無理をせず、体を休ませてあげないとね。
The doctor is still smiling. To be honest, I can't stand that smile anymore.
先生、一つ聞いていいですか？
何かな、四季君。
どうして
Hey yo.
体中に落書きをしているんですか？
Dude, they should have shown the doctor with the lines on him though. That's what I'm saying
部屋も
though.
どころひびだらけで、今にも崩れちゃいそうです。
Although his smile vanishes for a brief moment, it quickly returns as he stands up from his chair. The doctor clatters across the floor and vanishes behind the curtain.
やはり脳に異常があるようだ。
Brain damage, a bit more than that.
それと、視神経にも損傷の疑いがあるな。午後は眼科検査に回すように。
The doctor whispers to the nurse in a cold voice like that of an entirely different person.
変なの。みんな体に落書きしてる。
I don't know what they mean, but I feel sick just looking at them.
なんだろう、こ
There are lines on the bed too. When I touch one of them with my finger sinks in. If I had something thinner, I could go even deeper. I grab a plastic knife off the shelf and trace the line. Even though I barely put any force behind it, the knife sinks all the way to the bottom. It's fun, so I slide the knife along the line on the bed. With heavy sound, the blood splits clean in two. Spin around, the sound of a voice behind me. The nurse stands in the doorway, her face frozen in terror. Yo, dude, people get just shocked out of like stuff. Bro, I wouldn't be scared if I saw that. I would just be like, bro, what the heck happened? He keeps on asking me how I broke the bed, but never why.
その線をなぞったら切れたんだよ。ねえ、どうしてこの病院はひびだらけなの？
いい加減にしないか、四季君。そんな線なんてないんだ。それで、どうやってベッドを壊したんだい？
だから線をなぞっただけだ。
わかった。この話はまた明日にしよう。
The doctor sighs. Ever since I mentioned the lines, that kind smile of his is nowhere to be seen. I'm sure that switch of his is broken. Maybe Shiki traced the line and killed that switch then. Whoa, secret lore? It seems like the hospital's full of all kinds of fragile things. In the end, no one believed my story. If I trace the lines on something with a knife, I can cut it cleanly. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't need to put any force into it. I can cut it as easily as I cut paper with scissors. Whether it's a bed, a chair, the walls, or the floor. Specifically the chair. He definitely doesn't. He definitely probably tested on quite a few chairs. And even though I have never tried, maybe even no, definitely even humans. Doesn't seem like anyone else can see these lines. Lines that only I can see. They're just like patchwork. Result of stitching up a wound. Marks just like the one on my chest, still not healed even after surgery, which feel as though they could shatter into pieces at the lightest touch. I mean, how else could you explain a child slicing through a wall? No kid has that kind of strength. Yo, they showing it? Oh shoot, he sliced through the wall. Nurse is yelling at me again. For seeing the jagged hole cut in the wall, she starts glaring at me. She keeps screaming on and on in that shrill voice. Bro, this nurse is like probably like tripping on, thinks she's tripping on acid or something. Like no cap. My ears no longer work properly, so it doesn't really sound that loud to me. The never-ending noise she makes almost sounds like a cicada has been set on fire. It makes me uncomfortable. Dude, I've never heard of that. A cicada on fire. That seems like really crazy. Everything is falling apart. Just opening my eyes, just being alive is sickening enough that I want to simply disappear. Bro. Every time, okay. We're gonna have the meme going for this. But I don't know where the image is exactly. That's not it. For the first time, I want to kill myself using my ability. This is the meme of this whole series. If you would sum up this whole series to someone, this would sum it up pretty easily. Crap, I don't have this up where I need it. Oh wait. Dude, I hate my mouse now. It's actually cursed. How bad my mouse is. Like, it double clicks. It's wacky. Super wacky. But yo, this is the meme of this show. I'm just gonna put it up here. I wish I could set up like a sound effect to play whenever I would unmute it or show, but that's funny. That's very funny. For the first time, I want to kill myself using my ability. Okay. Continuing on. I hadn't realized it until now that the world is a cobbled together patchwork. I had no idea it could be torn apart so easily. Nobody else can see it. I suppose that's why the call can remain so calm. They don't notice how messed up the world is. They don't know that their everyday life is full of holes. But I can see it. And it scares me so much I can't even walk. From the moment I realized that, it was as though my ears had been frozen shut. Even if something makes a sound, all I hear is silence. Only the wound on my chest reverberates like a siren. But when was that? I try to recall, but I can't. No matter how much I rack my brain, I can't remember. I must have forgotten about it because it wasn't that important. My mind is like a trap that keeps dripping water, no matter how tightly it's being twisted shut. Ah, I see it now. Everything is suddenly clear to me. It makes sense why there isn't a mirror here. If there was, I would have, before anything else. I would have surely broken it, laughing though through it all. In other words, it's not the world around me that's breaking down. The only thing broken is me. That's probably why. Even though 2 weeks have passed, nobody has believed me. Even though 2 weeks have passed, nobody has come to see me. Even though 2 weeks have passed, I'm alone, living in a world that's coming apart at the seams. I don't want to be in a hospital room. I don't want to be anywhere riddled with these lines. I decide to make my escape. I decide to flee somewhere far away. Somewhere I can be alone. I'm not the one who's crazy. I run away from this place as if trying to convince myself that it is the one that's messed up. But the wound in my chest is so painful. Yo, that's a lot of lines. Like, dude, like, imagine, like, seeing lines on everything. That's, like, kind of crazy. But, I mean, eventually you'd kind of get used to it if you just, learn to deal with it, I guess. Like, in Shiki's case, I feel like he kind of gave up too soon on, learning to live with the lines, I guess. Because I'm pretty sure the lines effectively don't obscure, like, your vision. They just are seen, I guess, or, like, understood, kind of. It's kind of weird. I find myself in the field next to the hospital. I haven't gotten very far at all. My chest hurts and I feel so miserable that I crouch down on the ground, coughing. I can't go anywhere and I shouldn't. The person who can see these lines doesn't belong anywhere. There's nobody else here. It's the end of summer and I'm adrift in a sea of grass. I feel like I could disappear just like this. However, before that can happen... Hear a woman's voice clear as a bell. Yo, what's up with the... Bro, it looks kind of wacky. Like, it definitely looks pixely for me. Yo, yeah, like, it definitely looks pixely for me. At least from that far away. Don't you, hummy? Small enough as this. There we go. That's the good quality. I guess they just like zoomed in really far to it, which I might have to get used to that. But it's kind of wacky. The woman points at me grumpily. For some reason, that rubs me the wrong way. I'm the 4th tallest in my class. I don't think I'm that short. The woman says, her arms crossed, brimming with confidence. Woman cheerily holds out her hand to me as though we are already friends. I can't find any reason to refuse, so I tell her my name is Tonoshiki and let her outstretched hand engulf mine. I enjoy chatting with her quite a lot. She doesn't dismiss what I say just because I'm a child. She listens to me thoughtfully as any human should. Talk about many things. Tell her about my home, about how I'm from a family with a long history, about all the rules and propriety that come with it, about how strict my father is. I tell her that I have a younger sister named Akia who is quiet and always follows me around. About how the mansion we live in is huge and how I would always play with Akia and our friends in the vast forest-like gardens. About how the attic had been our secret hideout, how I came to hate Shiritori. I'm still expect to grow taller. It says word chain above it. Well, I guess, yes, like, that, it's probably like a game, I would assume, from Japanese culture. Oh, I used to like the smell of the hospital, but now I can't stand it anymore. How the cloudless blue sky is so beautiful, but when I look at it, I feel like crying. How it's wonderful to be alive. How I don't really dislike the doctor who does such a bad job at faking his smile. I talk about all sorts of things, as if gripped by a fever. You never played Word Chain? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's a word game where you start a word with a syllable from the last word. Oh, so you're like, so would you be like saying it all at once, or is it like you would just say a word and then you would say another word that's like kind of similar to it? So for example, let's start with tree, because there's a tree right in front of me. As you can see, there is a tree. A tree. I see a tree. So it'd be tree. And so you would have to, would you say like B, or would you, or since it's E at the end, you would be like E, so it'd be Everest. And then since it's a T, it's T at the end or whatever. Everest. Like the mountain, Everest. So the T sound. You say main next, person says neon. So it's basically just the last letter, I guess. Don't really know how the English rules, because every language has its own. Yeah, I would assume it's a lot different, because like freaking kanji is definitely different than English. Especially with like sentence structure, it's a lot different. But that's a fun game, I guess. One of those brain-racking games. It's kind of like Scrabble in a way, but a little bit different. Talk about all sorts of things, as if gripped by a fever.
おっと、もうこんな時間。悪いわね、シキ。私、ちょっと用事があるから、お話はここまでにしましょう。
My language just last 2 letters? Yeah, like I would think it would be like the last kind of yeah, I would think it would be like the last kind of sound or like letters as more of a default. You're not allowed to repeat words. At some point someone starts cheating, combining words like Aqua chess, lol. Lamau. That's funny. This begins to leave. It makes me sad as I realize it'll be alone again. I'll be alone again.
じゃあまた明日。ここで待ってるからね。君もちゃんと病室に帰って、きちんと医者の言いつけを守るんだぞ。
Yo, when's the Aozaki Alko route gonna happen in Tsukihime? That's what I want. That's what I want. The Aozaki route. Woman walks away as if what she said was the most obvious thing in the world. Tomorrow we can talk again just like we did today. I'm happy. For the first time since I woke up from the accident, I feel human again. Going to that field in the afternoon became part of my daily routine. She gets upset if I call her Alko. She doesn't seem to like her own name. After much pondering, I decided to call her Sensei because she seemed like such an authoritative person. Sensei listens to me seriously, no matter what I say, and solves my problems with just a few words. After the accident, I had grown uncomfortable talking to people, but thanks to her, I feel like I'm gradually returning to my normal self. Only when I'm in this field does my anxiety disappear, because I know that I can be in my normal self here. I don't know who Sensei actually is, but she might really be a teacher somewhere. That's just a what if. That has nothing to do with me. I enjoy being with Sensei. It's that simple, that's all that matters.
ねえ先生、僕こんなことができるよ。
I wanted to surprise her a little, so I used the knife I brought from the hospital to cut the tree in the field. Tracing along one of the lines, I sliced out a chunk from the center of the tree as though cutting a piece of paper.
すごいでしょ。落書きが見えてるところならどこだって簡単に切れるんだよ。こんなの他の誰にもできないよね。
Hey yo! Azaki's like, what the? Sensei is shocked. Proud of my display, I looked to my next target. I thrust my knife in a horizontal line running along the base of the tree. Slap! Sensei runs up to me and slaps me hard across the cheek.
やめなさい。君は今とても軽率なことをしたわ。
Sensei looks at me with a stern gaze. Her eyes are unforgiving, a firm stare that condemns young wrongdoers. What a fool I am. I'd been enjoying our time together so much that I'd forgotten who I am. These lines are things that shouldn't exist, and as someone who can see them, I shouldn't be alive either. Yo, shouldn't be alive? Is that what Shiki just said? Oh, for the first time, I want to kill myself using my ability. Bro, it's not the first time, though. He always has wanted to. Since the very beginning. That has been his primary goal. Whoa. I think I'll keep that meme going through the whole series, basically. Bloody regret stains my heart. I want to curl up and die at my own... Got it. Shiki moment. For the first time, I want to curl up and die at my own stupidity. That tree, the only one left, had been a remnant of the time this field was a forest. And wanting to be praised by Sensei, I destroyed it for no reason. Next thing I know, I'm in tears. Even though I know that crying is cowardly and unmanly, I can't hold back the regret I feel. Feel something soft. Sensei embraces a person like me. Knife still in my hand, as if it were only natural. You don't need to apologize.
まあ、確かに式は怒られるようなことをしたけど、それは決してあなただけが悪いってわけじゃないんだから。悪いのは僕だけじゃない。ええ。でもね、式。それとは別のところで、今誰かが君を叱っておかないと取り返しのつかないことになる。だから私はあなたを一人の人間として見た。同じ立場の人間として意見して、怒って本気で叩いた。
I might have even killed you, bruh. Alco kinda powerful. Those words are really scary. And because of the possibility that she might have killed me, but because of how sad it was that I had forced her to come so close to doing so.
泣かないで、シキ。私も謝らないから。あなたはそれだけのことをしたんだって覚えていてほしいから。その代わり、シキは私のことを嫌ってもいいわ。先生のこと嫌いじゃないよ。そう。本当によかった。私が君に出会ったのはこのためだったみたい。
And so, Sensei asks me about the lines that I can see. Her voice is gentle, as though trying to wash away my regret. When I tell her, she tightens her arms around me even more.
シキ、君が見ているものは現実のもの。決して見えてはいけないものだとしても、他の人間にとってはありえないことだとしても、その線は幻じゃない。 あなただけにある現実。
そっか。じゃあやっぱりおかしいのは僕だけなんだね。
ええ、あなたはおかしい。そこはごまかしようがない。
Dude, the music in the back, it's just so good. Those words hurt far more than the ones the doctor had said when he didn't believe me. I feel like I'm going to fold under their weight. But that's something I already knew. From the beginning, from the moment I woke up from that incident, I had known that I was a child who no longer belonged anywhere.
謝らないで。その異常はおかしいだけで説明がつかないものじゃない。道理が通っているものなら人間は何にだって向かっていける。これ私の経験則ね。どんなに馬鹿げたデタラメがやってきても知恵と勇気で乗りこなすのが私たち。
Lesson number 1, says Sensei, looking a little embarrassed. Even if something abnormal, that's not a problem in and of itself. The real question is how we deal with it.
じゃあこの落書きも説明できる？
もちろん。ものにはね、壊れやすい箇所というものがある。いつか壊れる私たちは壊れるがゆえに完全じゃない。君の目はそういったものの末路。
未来を見てるの？
そうよ。今はそれ以上は知らなくていい。もし君がそういう流れに沿ってしまう時が来るなら
先生、何のことだかよくわからない。
ねえ、分かっちゃダメ。今大事なのは一つだけ。その線は決していたずらに切ってはいけない。君の目は物の命を軽くしすぎてしまうから。
うん、先生が言うならしない。それになんだか胸が痛いんだ。よ
かった。シキ、今の気持ちを絶対に忘れないで。そうしていれば君は必ず幸せになれるんだから。
Yo, dude, the music, it's so good! The arms that were embracing me loosen. A cool yet warming touch pulls away.
でも先生、この落書きが見えてると不安なんだ。だってこの線を引けば切れちゃうんでしょ？なら僕の周りはいつバラバラになってもおかしくないじゃないか。
その問題は私が何とかするわ。どうやらそれが私がここに来た理由のようだし。
Sensei sighs audibly, but then starts beaming at me.
シキ、明日君にとっておきのプレゼントを。私が君を以前の生活に戻して。
Special present. I wish I had a special present from Aozaki Aoko. That's what I'm saying. The next day, on the 7th day since we met, Sensei comes to the field with a large suitcase in hand.
はい、これをかけていればもう妙な落書きは見えなくなるはず。
Sensei presents me with a pair of rather plain-looking glasses.
僕、目は悪くないよ。
いいからかけなさい。度は入ってないから。
Sensei forces me to put on the glasses. As soon as I do,
ああ、すごい、すごいよ先生。落書きがちっとも見えない。
当たり前よ。わざわざ姉貴のところの魔眼殺しを奪ってまで作った青崎青子渾身の一品なんだから。粗末に扱ったらただじゃおかないからね。
Awazaki.
シキ、
Awazaki Aoko's. Wait, Awazaki. Oh yeah, Awazaki Aoko. Won't let you get in my way. To treat them badly.
大事にするけど先生ってすごいね。あれだけ嫌だった線がみんな消えちゃって、なんだか魔法みたいだこれ。
それも当然だって私魔法使いだもん。
Smiling proudly, Sensei placed her suitcase on the ground.
でもねシキ、その線は消えたわけじゃないわ。ただ見えなくしているだけ。
見えないだけ？
ええ、そればっかりはもう直しようがないことよ。君はその目となんとか折り合いをつけて生きていくしかないの。
やだ、こんな怖い目いらない。またあの線を切っちゃったら先生との約束が守れなくなる。
ああ、もう二度と線を切らないっていうあれか。バカね、あんな約束気軽に破っていいわよ。
そうなの？だってすごくいけないことだって言ったじゃないか。
ええ、いけないことよ。けどその目は誰にも頼らない君個人の力なんだもの。だからそれを使おうとするのは君の自由。その目があることについて君以外の他の誰も君を責めることはできない。問われることがあるとしたら、あなたがその力で何をしたかということだけよ、チキ。
僕が何をするか。
Sensei looked at me straight in the eyes as if staring into my soul.
そういうこと。うん、やっぱりいい目だ。正直言うとね、初めて君と会った時めんどくさいのにぶつかっちゃったなーって思ったんだ。でも問題なんてなかった。君はちゃんと生きているなら。
I'll never be able to put into words the joy and warmth that filled my chest at the moment. She said that I belonged here in this world. She affirmed my existence stronger than anyone ever had.
シキ、君は個人が保有する能力の中でもひどく得意な能力を持ってしまった。けど神様は何の意味もなく力を分けない。君の未来には必要になる時があるから、その直視の目があるとも言える。だからこそ忘れないで。君はとてもまっすぐな心をしている。今の君がある限り、その目は決して間違った結果は生まないでしょう。成人になれなんてことは言わない。君は君が正しいと思う大人になればいい。いけないということを素直に受け止められて、ごめんなさいと言える君なら、10年後にはきっと素敵な男の子になってるわ。
Sensei stands up and reaches for her suitcase.
あ、でもよっぽどのことがない限りメガネは外しちゃダメだからね。はい、私からの忠告その2。反則の出しどころ、勝負どころをよく考える。そうならないことを祈っているけど、どうしても自分の手には負えないと判断した時だけメガネを外して、よく考えて力を行使なさい。その力自体は決して悪いものじゃない。結果をいいものにするか悪いものにするかはあくまで君の判断次第なんだから。
She picks up her suitcase. Sensei doesn't say anything more. I know that this is farewell.
無理だよ先生。僕だけじゃいいことになんてできない。本当は先生に会うまで怖くてたまらなかった。けど先生がいてくれたから僕は僕に戻れたんだ。 なんだ。先生がいなくちゃこんなメガネがあったってダメに決まってるじゃないか。
四季、心にもないことは言わないこと。自分自身も騙せないような嘘は
Telling lies that even yourself can't believe only make whoever hears you sad. Dude, yeah, like, oh, that line just hits so hard. If they actually cut that from the anime whenever it comes around, I will actually riot. Like, that's one of those things that I would riot at, because it's such an important line. And I think the original anime didn't even have it in there. Sensei knits her eyebrows together with a frown and flicks my forehead.
自分でも分かっているんでしょ。もう大丈夫だって。ならそんなつまらないことを言ってせっかく掴んだ自分を捨ててはいけないわ。それじゃあお別れね。バイ、シキ。どんな人間だって人生ってのは落とし穴だらけなのよ。君はそれを何とかできる力があるんだから、もっとちゃんとしなさい。
Sensei is leaving. I feel very sad, but since I'm her friend, I decide to see her off properly.
さよなら、先生。
よし、上出来上出来。その息でいつまでも元気でね。最後の教訓。
It would be so fun though if like Shiki did meet like Aoko again. That would be kind of cool. But sadly she's just in the intro.
大丈夫。君なら一人でもちゃんとやっていけるから。
Sensei smiles happily. A gust of wind blows. Grass sways in unison. Sensei is no longer there.
バイバイ、先生。
I say, realizing that I will never see her again. All that remains are the words she left behind and these strange glasses. I only knew her for 7 days, but she taught me the most important thing of all. She's in Melty? Yeah, I know. I know she's in Melty. As I stand there in a daze, tears well up in my eyes. But isn't Melty Blood kind of like a prequel, kind of, in terms of its scenarios? Like it's, like it kind of, like the storylines of Melty Blood, I've noticed what they kind of do is it's like, oh yeah, Arcueid, whatever, like she's like fighting people. It's kind of like an alternate kind of ending. Like that's how each of the certain characters would want their story to end, I guess, if they would beat everyone. Like if Love beats everyone, he just kind of like fights everyone and then he's kind of depressed that there's no one stronger to fight anymore. I've done that one so far, so, but that seems like it contradicts like the actual Tsukihime game in a way. But yeah, let's see, we're almost done with this. Never once did say thank you. There's like someone out there, I guess. I don't know. Yo, like maintenance people, I guess. I don't know. Just give me a second. Yeah, I'll be quieter. When I leave, I'm not sent back to the Tona mansion, but to another house. Though my body is recovered, I'm still suffering from the after effects of the accident. I'm no longer wanted by the Tona family. But that's okay. Tonashiki will do fine on his own. We'll lead a new life with a new family. I leave the hospital room where I spent my 10th summer. The curtains are still fluttering. I squint once again at the blue sky. Light breeze heralds the end of summer. And that's the end of the prologue. Yep. That's the end of the prologue. And I think that's where we're going to end it for today. Because that was a good hour long, I guess. But yeah. Definitely very, very good. I do need to make a save. Alright. Yes. It's gonna be a first day that we played. And we're good there. But yeah, Melty is not really canon. Yeah, I kind of figured that. But yeah, it's like a scenario, kind of prologue kind of thing, I guess. That's how that's supposed to be. But yeah, we got some good gallery stuff. There's like 3 endings, I guess, to this game. But then there's like bad endings. We might try to get all the bad endings at some point. And I definitely think we'll run into a few of them. 'Cause I don't know exactly how this game's going, you know. And I would like to see how it works in Tsukihime Remake. But yeah, definitely CG is very good in here. Like, it's very good. Like the Arcueid ones. Why is it so small though? I mean, yeah, I guess that's... There's like a bunch of these ones. That's cool. It's like the different... Yeah. Yeah, they went all out with the CG. They did go pretty all out with this stuff. Which is actually pretty cool. Yeah, that's a pretty good shot right there also. Also, CL route is locked till you beat Arcueid route. Yeah, I figured. Which is fine. Because honestly, like, it's going to be a while for the English translations even has like a first patch out probably. Like, so yeah, it will be a while before we can play through that. But yeah, like the whole soundtrack is pretty good. Like I have the full soundtrack on my iTunes playlist a bit. I've got like some of it on there. But yeah, like the stuff's very good. Flowchart. I like how they add the flowcharts though. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we got Prologue. And this will actually show like, yeah, Glass Moon. This basically is gonna show like the whole entire flowchart of the routes and the bad endings and the endings, I would say. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, we're gonna end it here. Catch you guys in the next one.